Welcome back to the USF Local Sports Podcast. I'm Mithil Vyas, the sports editor, joined again by Tobey Blair,
Hello.
assistant sports editor. Today we're going to be talking about some spring sports: baseball, basketball, lacrosse, softball, tennis. Probably not, unfortunately.
Basketball again.
Basketball again, the usual stuff we do. But I mean, baseball this past weekend beat Georgia Southern. They swept them in their weekend series. And on Saturday, actually, program record in runs and hits, 29 and 23 respectively.
Yeah, I mean, when you walk on a baseball field and you score 29 points, drinking hot chocolate over here. Come on,
Go back to the clip. Those who know.
we got to be more professional here. Gotta be. No, but when you walk onto a baseball field and you score 29 runs, I mean that's like good. That's good to do. That will win you most baseball games. I can't remember a game that I've seen where somebody scored 29 runs and lost.
Couldn't tell you.
So
I've actually never seen a game where anyone scored 29 runs.
I have on Saturday.
Except for that.
Yeah. So interesting series. Georgia Southern is sadly for them not a great baseball team. But sweeping any team is hard. Ultimately beating someone 3 times is tough. And USF did it. However, to follow up their great weekend performance, they did lose last night. Last night for us, a few nights ago for you watching this, depending on when you're watching this. They did lose to Bethune-Cookman. I hate midweeks. Midweeks are bad baseball for everybody involved. And they're not true gauges of how good a team is. And that's been an issue for USF for a while, the midweeks last year, until Bryce Archer kind of got it figured out. The midweeks last year was tough for the Bulls.
And I think it'll take a little bit for them to get there. Obviously, they have a bunch of new pitchers coming in. They're still trying to figure out who they want to start, who they want to relieve. But I mean, that's what happens when you get a new team. Not a full new team, but a bunch of new guys. Especially, like you said, Bryce Archie's gone, Corey Braun is gone.
There's a moth flying. Hello, moth.
Little bug. Anyways.
He's coming back.
Really?
Yeah. We got a live audience today.
Boom.
One moth.
There we go. But, yeah. So, outside of the Bethune-Cookman game, I'm obviously, like you were talking about before the podcast, it helps baseball show a little parity, and that's why it's one of the most, I guess, parity-driven sports. It's like you can lose to Bethune-Cookman, you can go beat Illinois, who, I mean, they beat the number 14 team in the nation, like you said.
Coastal Carolina, that was a good game. Yeah, I think well, that's the fun thing because like even when you talk about like parity, on Friday they win 9-7, which is a close game. They win on Saturday 29-4, which is not a close game. And then the next day they have to hit a walk-off, to win 4-3. It's an interesting sport because you can have games where you just go out there and you just straight up lose to Bethune-Cookman, and that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
They're 7-2. They'll be fine, but yeah, I mean, probably want to cut the losses to teams that are not real. And maybe, I mean, but you've got a good series coming up against UCF.
And that'll actually be tonight.
For you.
For you.
You had me tonight. Maybe we'll be there. Maybe we won't. We haven't decided yet. But always fun to go to Orlando, I guess. Not really.
Never been fun to go to Orlando.
Unless you're going like Disney.
True. Or like
Universal.
Or that's about it, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really know what else is there. That's fun.
It's certainly no Tampa.
Temple Terrace.
It's certainly no Fletcher.
There we go. But anyways, that should be a good game, a good series. Considering UCF is pretty good at baseball for some reason. They had that bout against Miami. Miami was 23 in the nation, 23rd in the nation. And I don't know if you saw it, but that game was kind of crazy.
I watched
I
my
don't.
friend watch that on his laptop. Watch the highlights the next day on his laptop in the middle of class. So
I don't usually watch baseball, but I saw some of that game and I was like, "Oh, that was good." And then I turned it off and I went about my day.
average reaction to baseball. No, I don't know. I mean, baseball's a fun sport. It's a good time. USF looks promising this year. It's just going to be about keeping it rolling, and that is yet to be seen. I guess will they keep it rolling? You know, a team that is rolling, USF men's basketball.
There we go. Good transition.
Thank you.
I like that.
I have been to a good few amount of USF basketball games in my time. I bet you can hear that too. Like, I bet it's all in the mic.
Oh, really?
Just,
Oh, that's my bad. We're gonna.
I'm gonna just pretend. I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. We're gonna keep it over here. Yeah. I mean, I've been to a good few men's basketball games in my life. Perhaps none like the game against Memphis on Thursday, which was more than a week ago for you now, but an important game for their conference title kind of hopes. They're putting themselves away from the bunch. You still realistically, and not realistically, you still just have to win a conference title to make a March Madness. But it's a team that's getting hot at the right time. I believe they play Rice tonight on Wednesday night.
They do. They play at 8 p.m.
11-16 Rice.
11-16 Rice. So, and I think they've played before. I'm pretty sure, and USF did win. So that was at home. So shouldn't be much of a worry for Brian Hodgson and the Bulls. But
those are the ones that get you.
The ones where you're not worried.
I mean, what they have: Rice, Memphis, Charlotte.
They have Rice, Tulane, Memphis, Charlotte. It's their last 4 games.
So 4 very winnable games for the Bulls, and then you can hit the conference tournament with so many buys that I don't even understand how the tournament works anymore.
Well,
and then
now
win it, you get like 17 buys, and then you get like 4 like peach pies, and then you get like 16 French fries. So I don't know what's going on with the tournament there, but I'm sure that the team will enjoy the French fries.
Good, yeah. I mean, good callback to last week's food draft from the French fries. Here comes our live audience again, just flying around.
I don't know that it's that serious. It's like a moth.
Anyways, so yeah, with the tournament changing from last year.
Oh my God, I'm like Tony Parker.
Still flying.
You know when Tony Parker caught a bat? Remember that?
Yeah, but you're not.
I'm on fire today. I think that was actually Ginobili.
Tony Parker.
Oh, you keep talking.
Okay.
Nope. No. Yes, Tony Parker.
Anyways, so yeah, what were we talking?
I told you it was Manu Ginobili. He had to get rabies shots. So it was on Halloween.
You know more ball than I do, especially when it's baseball.
Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker are both members of the San Antonio Spurs.
I was really talking about
the basketball team.
No, I mean I know. I just made up everything.
Go on.
But anyways, what were we? Oh yeah, back to the tournament. So the tournament did change. Weird. It's a weird thing. Like Tobey was talking about French fries and bald guys and whatever else, spies and whatever. French. What else do you say? Pies. Yeah,
pies.
Apple pies or peach pies.
I think it was peach pies.
Peach pies. But yeah, USF. I mean, if they stay the first or second seed, they'll get a bye all the way up until the semifinals. So they realistically have to win 2 games. You win the semifinal game, and you win the final, and you're on into the conference tournament or the NCAA tournament. It's that simple for USF. Will they do it? You never know.
Some might say.
Some might say no. Some might say yes. Some will tell you USF will do what USF always does. From those of you that know what happened with football.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that this is a unique fan base in terms of they never really get that excited. You'd think 4 games away from being the number 1 team in the conference and having a regular season conference title and having a first season conference tournament and being able to only play 2 games to make March Madness. You think that team would be pretty excited, but they're not because they have an impending sense of doom,
True.
as we like to call it. So let's hope that they can feel better about their impending sense of doom.
For the fans, that is. Not the team.
Yeah, I don't think the team has
the team seems fine.
I'm sure that they half of the guys hadn't heard of USF before this year.
I mean, yeah. Good
but
times.
maybe they'll make the tournament. Maybe they'll make the tournament is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, and right now they're projected to make the tournament as a 12 seed to play Tennessee.
A scary 12 seed too. A 12 seed that I don't think. I mean, it feels like they say this about every USF team at this point. But a 12 seed that you don't necessarily want to play can find a lot of ways to win.
You'll always have a 12 seed that you don't ever want to play. And I think USF could be that team this year. And it looks like they will be that team, especially with Isaiah Nelson. I said Isaiah Collins. Isaiah Nelson, Wes Enos, Joseph Pinion. I mean, that three-headed monsters. I mean, they're just a rampage on the court.
Yeah, I think that when they get into some game against the 5 seed, would they play? Yeah.
They will play the 5 seed.
I think that they're gonna probably have I think that the score is gonna be over 100 points for both teams.
I mean, yeah, most definitely. USF's defense is a little lacking, and I think that's been a little apparent throughout the whole season.
But if you average like 105 points a game,
I mean, yeah.
In the American Conference, it doesn't matter. We'll see if it matters in other conferences.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, it could be the same thing we saw with the women's team last year, where, I mean, the women's team looked unstoppable in American Conference play.
They looked very stoppable
against Tennessee as well.
Incredibly stoppable.
Well, it was like 110 to 105 to like 50.
Yeah, pretty stoppable.
That was rough.
But I will say that women's basketball doesn't seem to have as much. We've used this word twice. Doesn't seem to have as much parity as men's basketball. I think the really good women's basketball teams are like so far above the mid-major women's basketball teams. Not that the men's basketball teams aren't, but it just feels like I would take USF to beat like Duke before I would take USF women's basketball to beat South Carolina, UConn, like those kind of teams. It just doesn't. Those don't seem like they could happen. Do I think USF men's basketball would beat Duke? Probably not. If you played 100 times, I think maybe they'd beat them like 10, but they'd beat them 10. And I don't know how many times the women's team would beat them, but the parity is just not there.
I mean, they played them the past 2 years and they didn't beat them. So.
There you go.
There's your answer.
So at least 2 times. They lose at least twice.
But the past 2 years, USF women's basketball did beat Duke. Both upsets.
Which is weird. What's going on over there with the Blue Devils? Especially because Duke women's basketball kind of made a recovery.
Yeah,
They're just a good basketball team again. So not really sure what's going on there. Can't say I'm an avid follower of Duke women's basketball.
Neither.
I pretty much watch Duke basketball and football, and that's about it.
I don't watch Duke anything except the game against UNC and Michigan. Those are the only 2 games I've seen.
What a game against Michigan. That was a great game.
That was a great game.
I was very excited. I was in Gainesville. The worst place to be.
Well, I put it second worst, other than Orlando. Where baseball will be this weekend. Actually, tonight for you.
Tonight. So if you're not already there, it's probably too late.
True.
And if you're already there, why are you watching a podcast?
That would be odd.
So many questions. Perhaps you're alone and you're listening to it while you watch the game. Who's winning? What's the score?
Yeah, tell us.
Who's up to bat?
Brian Pruitt.
Who's up to bat?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you.
Anyway, we're
babbling about whatever. But other spring sports that have started and have kept their season going so far, lacrosse just beat Mercer. It was a good game. They were down at half, and Mercer, I think they're up north. I don't know exactly where. But as most people know, most northern schools are lacrosse schools because that's what happens. But not USF. USF came back and ultimately won the game. I think 15-10. Could be wrong. I'm right. New York. Oh, they're in New York. Northern school. So I mean, northern schools, lacrosse schools. You had JMU, Mercer, Michigan. Michigan beat USF. But you know how it goes. So lacrosse is looking good in their second season. Minnie McCord, as always, posts stuff on X if you want to go see her reaction to the game. But yeah, they play Brown this Sunday, I think at 12. So another northern school, I think. Brown's northern.
You're really struggling over here. Mercer is not a northern school.
She just said it was New York.
I'm doing some pretty good
Investigative journalism.
I believe they are in Georgia. Yes.
Georgia, so not New York. They're northern.
Close.
I mean,
they're in the Sun Belt.
Close enough. They're in the Sun Belt. That's not.
Brown is definitely a northern school based on my immense knowledge of universities and colleges throughout the United States. I think
That's northern.
Give me Rhode Island.
Give me Rhode Island.
Good place to be. That's a good place to be.
That would be it. There's no other state.
That's where Peter Griffin's from Family Guy. From Rhode Island.
I didn't know that, actually.
Go Hog.
Really? I didn't know that was Rhode Island.
Yeah. Learn something new every day.
You do.
Brian Griffin is also from there, as well as Lois Griffin, Stewie Griffin, Meg Griffin, and Chris Griffin. Quagmire.
Is he from there?
Yeah. Well, he might not be from there. He lives there.
Well, I mean, they all
Joe. Cleveland Brown moved away for a little bit, but he's bad.
Yeah, and he have his own show.
He did have his own show, and it was pretty good despite getting canceled. I was a big fan as a child. Probably shouldn't have been watching it, but now I'm here. So
you know how it goes.
That all worked out for me, didn't it? Anyway, women's lacrosse. Is that what we're on?
Yeah, well, I mean, that was about it. That's all I had.
No, they're having a good season.
They're having a good season.
They're figuring it out.
They have one loss. I mean, yeah, it was to Michigan. They'll be fine. Obviously, made the conference championship last year. Lost to JMU, and they played JMU in conference play this year. That'll be upcoming soon. But I think they'll be fine. They added some pieces that they needed, some attackers, but lacrosse shall be fine.
You know who else will be fine? USF softball.
True.
They started out the season
2-5.
Yeah, in a not great way.
I know. They started out 0-2, and then went to 5-2. Oops.
Yeah, they've made a real comeback. They had a invitational over the weekend, went 5-1. So just kind of, if you could win 5 games and lose 1, I think you'd probably take that.
Yeah, I mean they're 15-5, and I feel like they just started. A week and a half ago.
Why do they play some? I mean, and that's just perhaps something that I guess I grew up with baseball. Why do they play a lot of games? I mean, they play them all on the same day.
Yeah,
that's what I don't get. It's
they played 3 invitationals.
It's very little league baseball core, where you wake up at 9 a.m. and you play a game at 10 a.m. and then you watch somebody play a game and then you play a game at 12. And it's like, why am I playing so many baseball games? My little body was not prepared for that. But these are Division I athletes, so their bodies are prepared for that, allegedly.
True.
And they're winning softball games, so even more so. And their bodies are even more prepared than the average D1 athlete.
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll be fine. Softball is they were fine last year. They made it to the NCAA tournament. They came back with sort of a vengeance. Some of them returned. They want to make it to Oklahoma City. For those of you that know, that is where all of the
another bad place to be.
That is where all of the softball, I guess, NCAA tournament takes place. Outside of like the regionals and super regionals. So much stuff.
It's like leave it to the NCAA to just have the most confusing tournament style. Like, why are they going to here and then here? Why do you get 2 buys? Oh, he's back. I got him that time. Dude, he's a slippery dude.
He's
Slippery guy right there. Get him on the football team.
You want him on your team.
Yeah, get him on the football
Oh,
team.
there he is. Little Sean Atkins actually going on.
Reminds me of Quentin Flowers.
Reminds me of the Navy quarterback.
Like quarterback.
No, the other one. The one who came in for Blake Horvath.
As if I remember his name.
Anyways,
Maybe.
reminiscing. Good times.
Might say. No. Softball in a good spot. Lacrosse in a good spot. They're figuring their stuff out, but I mean, ultimately, you're 15-5 or however you are, and that's enough for this guy. He's slurping.
It's good. It's hot chocolate. Those of you that know, hot chocolate is the way to go.
I sure wish I had a good gallon of milk right now.
Just a gallon of milk.
I think I might do that one day. I think I'm just gonna bring a whole gallon of milk and just drink it the whole time. Can I finish a gallon of milk in the podcast?
Just like the oil man.
For those of you that really know.
Those of you that really know. But we didn't cover it. Anyways.
You scared me. Bracketology. Let's move on.
I think that about does it for us, realistically.
No more bracketology?
We did talk about bracketology.
Oh, we just talked about USF.
Yeah. We'll talk about them next week. We'll talk about our full bracketology predictions next week.
Blue Devils and the whole thing.
Maybe. I could see it.
I doubt it, honestly. But
you never know. But
a little young team. They're gonna lose everybody in the draft. I hate golf.
But I think that does it for us. So please go check us out where we do most of our stories at USFOracle.com. It's right here. And thank you for watching our video and seeing hopefully some clips of us doing stuff and saying weird stuff.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry for the fever dream.
Is this episode? And there's back again. And now he's gone.